Are you terrified of the unknown? Do the mysteries of the universe keep you awake at night, wondering what lies beyond the veil of our understanding? If so, brace yourself, for the tale you're about to hear will send shivers down your spine and make your worst nightmares seem like child's play. The Philadelphia experiment is a story that has haunted the annals of history, a dark chapter that blurs the lines between science fiction and terrifying reality. It is a tale that will make your worst nightmares seem like child's play, a story so chilling that it has been whispered about in hushed tones for decades. In the fog-choked fall of 1943, the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard became ground zero for an experiment so dark it's whispered about only in hushed tones. The air was thick with anticipation and fear as the Navy embarked on a project that would forever alter the course of history. The goal was ambitious, almost fantastical, to render a naval ship invisible to enemy radar, a feat that would give the Allies a significant advantage in the ongoing war. The USS Eldridge, a Navy destroyer escort, was the vessel of this macabre project, aiming to render it invisible to enemy radar. The ship, a marvel of engineering, was equipped with the latest technology and manned by a crew of brave sailors who had no idea of the horrors that awaited them. Under a shroud of night and heavy mist, the machinery began to hum, a low, foreboding sound that escalated into a thunderous roar. The air was electric with tension as the experiment commenced. The ship's machinery, a complex web of wires and generators, began to hum with a low, foreboding sound that gradually escalated into a thunderous roar. The very air seemed to vibrate with energy, and a sense of impending doom hung heavy over the shipyard. Witnesses reported a strange greenish glow surrounding the Eldridge, a spectral luminescence that crackled with energy. The ship seemed to be enveloped in an otherworldly aura, a greenish glow that defied explanation. It was as if the very fabric of reality was being torn apart and the ship was caught in the middle of it. And then, as if swallowed by an unseen maw, the ship vanished from sight. One moment it was there, and the next it was gone, leaving behind only an eerie silence and a sense of dread that permeated the air. The ship had seemingly disappeared into thin air, leaving no trace of its existence. The silence that followed was more horrifying than the noise. The shipyard, once filled with the sounds of machinery and human activity, was now eerily silent. The stillness was almost palpable, a heavy, oppressive silence that seemed to press down on those who remained. It was as if the world itself was holding its breath, waiting for something terrible to happen. Minutes later, the Eldridge reappeared, but it was no longer the same. The ship that returned was a twisted, nightmarish version of its former self. It was damaged, its hull scarred and battered, and it seemed to exude an aura of malevolence. The crew, once proud and confident, were now broken and terrified, their eyes wide with horror. Crew members were found fused with the metal of the ship, bodies grotesquely merged with steel bulkheads and decks. The sight was horrifying, a grotesque tableau of human flesh and cold metal. Some crew members were found embedded in the ship's structure, their bodies grotesquely merged with the steel bulkheads and decks. It was as if the ship had become a living nightmare, a twisted fusion of man and machine. Faces frozen in unspeakable terror, mouths agape in silent screams. The expressions on their faces were haunting, a testament to the unimaginable horrors they had witnessed. Their eyes were wide with fear, their mouths frozen in silent screams, as if they had seen something so terrible that it had shattered their very souls. Those who survived were haunted, their eyes forever shadowed with the horrors they had seen. The survivors, if they could be called that, were forever changed. Their eyes, once filled with life and hope, were now shadowed with the horrors they had seen. They were haunted by their experiences, their minds scarred by the nightmarish visions that plagued their every waking moment. They spoke of a realm void of light and hope, where shadows whispered in a language of madness. The survivors spoke of a place beyond our understanding, a realm devoid of light and hope, where shadows whispered in a language of madness. It was a place where time and space twisted into impossible shapes, clawing at their sanity and leaving them forever changed. Time and space twisted into impossible shapes, clawing at their sanity. The very fabric of reality seemed to warp and twist, creating a nightmarish landscape that defied all logic and reason. It was a place where the laws of physics no longer applied, and the boundaries between reality and nightmare were blurred beyond recognition. The Navy quickly shut down the experiment, erasing all evidence. In the aftermath of the experiment, the Navy moved swiftly to cover up what had happened. Documents were shredded, records were erased, and those involved were sworn to secrecy. The official story was that the experiment had never taken place, and any evidence to the contrary was buried deep within classified files. But darkness, once unleashed, cannot be so easily contained. The darkness that had been unleashed could not be so easily contained. The horrors that had been witnessed could not be forgotten, and the whispers of what had happened continued to spread, growing more chilling with each retelling. The Philadelphia experiment remains a chilling reminder that some doors, once opened, can never be closed. The Philadelphia experiment remains a chilling reminder of the dangers of tampering with forces beyond our understanding. It is a story that serves as a warning, a cautionary tale of what can happen when we push the boundaries of science and venture into the unknown. Some mysteries are better left unsolved. Some mysteries are better left unsolved, their secrets buried deep within the shadow. The tale of the Philadelphia experiment is one such mystery, a dark chapter in history that continues to haunt those who dare to delve into its depths. It is a story that reminds us of the thin line between reality and nightmare, and the terrifying consequences of crossing that line.